How important is heat pump manufacturing process? Today we are in Termo Shop to see how refrigerant, electrical and hydraulic part is connected together in whole system. My guest is Technical Director of Termo Shop, Matic. Hello Matic, nice to meet you.
Hi Mario, nice to meet you.
Can you tell us a little bit more about manufacturing process in Termo Shop? How you are connecting components, what is the main thing and how this is improving installations and heat pump in general?
Of course, Termo Shop is on the market for over 30 years, and we have our own R&D department, and all of the components are carefully picked for even higher efficiency and everything. And during our meeting, I will also show you around how those components are connected.
So, as I can understand, you are picking up the top manufacturers of different components in heat pump system, and you are connecting it here in your factory to have even more efficiency. How this is possible? What is the main thing in all the process?
Of course, this is the most important thing for us because the quality is top priority for Termo Shop and TermoPlus brand. So the components are carefully picked, as I said, and the unit is more efficient because we slightly oversized a little bit for the better efficiency. Of course, we also isolate all the components, which means less heat losses, and also we are not installing the booster heater inside of our indoor units, which means that the heat pump could be also more efficient.
As you explained, oversizing, I assume this is heat exchanger. I'm talking a lot about Delta T and heat exchanger. This is the main thing. And can you tell us what is the outdoor indoor unit? What is the software? Which brand are you using for that?
We are cooperating with Mitsubishi. That means that we are using outdoor units from Mitsubishi, and also the brains of the indoor units are from Mitsubishi. All of the other components are carefully picked, and it's installed here in Termo Shop by our workers.
Great, great. Let's see how these components are made.
Perfect. Let me show you around.
Now we are in front of the components, in front of the system. Matic, can you tell us something more about these components, how your R&D is collecting all of these components together and giving even higher efficiency and better system overall?
This is one of our advantage because we are very flexible with our R&D department. We can change some stuff and the components immediately after testing. So if the testing results are not good enough, we can adapt basically in a second to get even more efficient unit. Basically all the components, as I said before, are carefully picked, and the main components that are inside the indoor units are the brains of the Mitsubishi, electronic expansion vessel for the system, heat exchanger, circulation pump, flow sensor. So basically we want to build a very robust and quality product.
Heat exchanger was one of the most important topics, as you know, regarding Delta T and heat exchange. Can you explain us a little bit about this? Because I can see that its shape is unique and weight is unique. So how you are giving this flexibility with heat exchanger?
Yeah, this is, as I said, one of our advantage, that we can pick the very efficient component and basically can fit also inside of our indoor unit to get the base form and shape as we want. And the heat exchanger is welded here in our company because as you said, heat exchanger is very, very important for the efficiency of the heat pump.
Yeah, this is important regarding heat exchanger and Delta T, because if you have bigger heat exchanger, you could pass more efficient this heat, and this is topic what we usually discuss in channel and in discussion.
Exactly.
After you collect all these components, put everything together with flexibility. You have your own testing chamber.
Exactly.
And you're testing these parameters, how this process looks like.
Exactly. Behind us is our testing chamber, and here are some parameters which we are looking. And once we change some components, we change them frequently to see if we can build even efficient unit. We check all the parameters, and if some of the parameters are not good enough to satisfy our expectations, that means that we have to change it, and we change it very fast, and we get the most efficient unit as possibly could be.
We explained the manufacturing process, R&D, how you picked up the components. Now we are going to explain the most critical part, how all of this together we could replicate to the sites where we know we could have problems with design, with installations, with maintenance. What is your failure rate and how are you managing that part of the process?
Well, the failure rate is very small because we have very well-trained staff. That means we are doing training for the installers and service team, and even if there is some issue, we are managing on the field within 24 hours because we have very good after sales.
Yeah, this is the most important thing. Even if there is some problem, to act really fast and to solve the problem. I think we covered everything from that side, and this is a really good introduction to next video from this series, where we will cover a complete process from customer inquiry, from lead to maintenance and after sales, how this all together is important to have a reliable and efficient heating system. Thank you for watching, subscribe to our channel, and see you in next episode.